Good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of the Lord of the Rings LCG Progression Series. Today we're going to be talking about a lore and quest guide for the hills of Emyn Muil. The hunt for Gollum has led you to the south, and you are now approaching Rauros Falls and the nearby hills of Emyn Muil. So if you recall on the last quest, A Journey to Rosgobel is located roughly here, between the Carrock and the Old Forest Road. Thus far in the story, we proceeded from Thranduil's realm down to Lorien, over to Dol Guldur, and then started hunting for Gollum in the Anduin Valley, encountered some trolls at the Carrock, and then went from the Carrock to Rosgobel. Now, we have proceeded from Rosgobel, tracking Gollum all the way down to Rauros Falls. This is the path. This part of the path from Lorien to Emyn Muil down the Anduin River is the path that the Fellowship followed in Fellowship of the Ring. And then they broke up, and Sam and Frodo proceeded through the hills of Emyn Muil to the Dead Marshes and down to the Black Gate at Morannon. In this quest, we are tracking Gollum into the hills of Emyn Muil in this area. There is not much lore to this quest. You are certain that Gollum has fled into this area, and you must explore until you find the fresh trail. This is the only quest card for this quest, and the task is to collect 20 victory points, which is done by exploring locations. You just have to bring locations out of the encounter deck and explore them until you get 20 points. You start with these two with 10, so you need 15 more after this. And if there are no locations in the staging area, the first treachery card revealed gains Surge, which is to help you find more locations. This deck's heavy on locations and pretty light on enemies, though you do need some combat power to deal with the few enemies that come out. But generally, if you lose on this quest, it's probably due to location lock, which happens when you've got an active location and threat in the staging area so high that you cannot place any progress on the active location and therefore cannot move to a new location, and you're stuck until you thread out. That's called location lock. You can mitigate it by playing heroes with high willpower, cards focused on willpower, allies, etc., and by playing the card Northern Tracker, which will allow you to place progress on locations in the staging area, as none of these are immune to player card effects. If you're struggling on this quest, it is likely due to low willpower in your deck. No quest in Lord of the Rings LCG is easy, and it's easy to lose on any quest. However, relatively speaking, this quest is on the easier side, perhaps even a candidate for easiest quest in the game. That being said, I think I still lost the first time I played it because I didn't know what was coming, and I got location locked and died. There is no easy quest in Lord of the Rings LCG, but this quest is very manageable. It's light on lore, so if you are struggling with it, I would suggest adding more willpower to your hero combination. Eowyn would be a good place to start if you're not already playing her. And I would suggest adding Northern Tracker to your deck, which will help clear the locations. And the only other decision to make is which of these you want to move to first, Amon Hen or Amon Law. Amon Law will blank your attachments, and Amon Hen will prevent you from playing events. I think I usually prefer Amon Law first. There's not much else to say about this one. That's all there is to the quest. Just explore until you collect victory points. So, thanks for watching.